Do you think Ripple will replace Swift? We hear that every single day in the modern world. I'll examine data about Swift's actual transition to blockchain. This is what they have been doing for a number of years. Will XRP, RLUSD, or other assets from the XRP ledger be visible as they move throughout the Swift system? I believe you will, though. So let's go ahead and look at this. Swift is on the right, and Ripple is on the left. Recall that Swift GPI is the new system. The majority of their payments are made within 30 minutes, others within 24 hours, and some, if they are extremely cross-border, may take several days. Swift GPI and RippleNet are the two most well-known cross-border payment networks. It was established in 1973 and in 2012. San Francisco, California was one of the nations and regions where they were created. The Bay Area, and then there's La Jolie headquarters here. La Jolie, I'm not very good at it, but that sounds like a lovely Belgian town. In fact, I have visited Belgium. Okay, Brad Garlinghouse is CEO. After that, I won't even give it a shot. These are workers. At Swift, there are 2,000 or more employees. There are several hundred people on Ripple, number of customers. These are obviously older figures.
150.
This is what Ripple is saying. Swifty and 100 for financial institutions and banks that use Swift GPI. These are a few banks that use Swift GPI for settlement. Here are a few banks that use XRP. Additionally, you have a bit more things here. Have technology, global payments, RippleNet, and innovation, if you can call it that. Yes, instant payouts. No instant settlement. Yes and no to liquidity sources. Transfer speed 30 minutes 4 seconds, correct? We did speak for almost half an hour. This should have included more information about FX rates. Since you and I conducted the necessary study, we are aware of the potential savings on the foreign exchange rate. The foreign exchange market is worth between $6 and $7.5 trillion. For simplicity's sake, let's use $7.5 trillion. $7.5 trillion, or $1 million, is the average payment, which equates to 7.5 million payments every day. You are often charged between 1 and 3 to 4%, whether you are using FX or Swift. Fees might total $50, $100, or $150 billion per day, or to complete the same number of transactions, you might utilize XRP and pay cents, under pennies. Trillions of dollars will be saved by this. Hating our lives is exactly what we've been doing all along, isn't it? Naturally, data is bidirectional after then, but this unit is unidirectional. Therefore, good luck locating the payment you sent using the Swift system. This is a video that shows Brad Garlinghouse pursuing Swift. I thought, I like this. This Brad Garlinghouse is lively. I still have the color guy, and you can see that the hair is still there. It still looks fine. But take a look at this. We've already joined up with well over 100 institutions, so I believe that what we're doing and carrying out on a daily basis is actually displacing Swift. Ripple's technology is currently being used by some of the biggest banks in the world that support Swift. We observed a remittance company adopting Ripple's technology only last week, for example. Their customers now pay $2 each transaction instead of $20 due to the pricing reduction. Overnight, they witnessed an 800% surge in usage. We are able to handle that kind of dynamic, which Swift is unable to support. Overnight, you witnessed an 800% increase in usage and popularity. You saved 90% when you switched from paying $20 per transaction to paying $2. What do you know? I haven't seen many of them. That's essentially what we're doing according to Eclipse and Brad Garlinghouse. Swift will be overrun by us. Man, I thought that was fantastic. I hope the clip was enjoyable to all of you as well. Okay, Smoke Dog released this. Yes, Swift will use cryptocurrencies like XRP that are ISO compliant when it adds digital asset capability to its live network this year. These documents include the evidence. One is that Swift will leverage digital assets in real-world transactions for the first time ever in 2025. Actual cash. Trillions of real money every day. The second is Swift, which intends to enhance services like Ripple and XRP rather than compete with them by producing its own digital assets. Please pardon me. The intriguing aspect of this is that you can't just make something in a day. If it is to play a role as significant as the current financial system, it must be tested for a considerable amount of time. Clearly, using XRP would be a better option. In this area, there will also be options such as XLM, HBR, Algorand, and others. Please remember that. Additionally, 3. The unique value proposition for ISO compliance cryptocurrencies is confirmed by the increased likelihood of integration of ISO 200 compliant cryptocurrencies into centralized payment systems. Once more, don't believe me. Take a look for yourself. Here is one of the docs then. In order to get there, we intend to set up a series of focused pilots with the community in 2025 that will for the first time transition from the sandbox environment to trialing real-world transactions. This will enable us to test and rethink the infrastructure's development with the help of our members. You can see some further information here as well. APIs are among the technological capabilities that are currently more widely accessible, easier to implement, and more capable of bringing about change in the customer-based proposition. Granner stated that creating its own digital assets or cryptocurrencies is one area SWIFT will be taking into account. This contrasts with other cross-border payment providers that use digital cryptocurrencies as their digital asset, such as Ripple. That does not, however, imply that SWIFT will completely disregard cryptocurrencies in relation to its own GPI service. It states that we can help them. We don't want you to compete with our members in that market, but our network can help them. I take it that SWIFT has no real interest in competing in the cryptocurrency market. They will therefore turn to the most well-liked and most controlled, which is, I believe, XR. You share your observations with me in the comments section. Through this data, I wish I knew more about that. And please think about hitting like if you haven't already. The channel benefits greatly from it, and we are gaining 100,000 subscribers. If you want to learn more about XRP, Ripple, and the cryptocurrency sector in general, consider subscribing. Boost adherence. Cryptocurrencies can better satisfy regulatory standards by adhering to ISO 20022, which will increase their legitimacy and confidence in the eyes of regulators and established financial institutions. Cryptocurrencies that comply with ISO 20022 are more likely to be incorporated into centralized payment systems. Everything is there directly in front of our eyes. SWIFT DOG has more to offer. Major blockchain enhancements are scheduled to be activated on the SWIFT network in November 2025. You were all expected to be on ISO at this point. All of the big banks are relocating this year, but there will likely be another phase when smaller institutions are involved. On November 22, 2025, these modifications will go into effect on the SWIFT network. It was my dad's birthday on November 22nd. Dad, happy birthday. Big dude, you're coming up. In order to accommodate digital asset identification, the Securities Messages Category 5 was improved 4 years ago. Additionally, additional capabilities relating to tokens were included. Securities firms are still exploring the underlying technology and investing in tokenized assets. A new data type, or new kind of foreplace of settlement, discusses the new smart contract automated pricing system's digital token identifier, or DTI, possess oracles, which play a crucial role. This resembles a chain link. Naturally, it states that oracles depend on data from outside sources to generate blockchain smart contracts. An alternative to conventional cash accounts